Hello everyone and welcome back to the HCW YouTube channel. Before we kick in today's video, Kamikaze Pro Live 29 preview with the good old Samuel Hughes. I just want to take this moment to please ask you to like and subscribe to the channel. It's been really helping us a lot. We're trying to get more videos out like this, and obviously you liking the videos kind of tells us what you're really interested in. The Luke Douglas interview did really well. If you haven't checked that out, check that out. We've done some with Kay Jutler, George Lydon, and Corey McRae. So go check them out. We do Sporkle, and we have a podcast weekly. But just please like and subscribe, and we will go straight to the video now. Let's get ready to rumble! Hello everyone and welcome back to the HCW YouTube channel. My name is RateWrestle and today we're doing something a bit new. Instead of reviewing the shows, which we normally do, we're going to start doing a preview, and we're going to start getting a few of the wrestlers or general managers on to preview the show. So without further ado, you already see him on the screen, but we've got a good old Samuel on the blower to discuss this week's Kamikaze show on Friday, October 7th. How are you, Sam?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you. Thank you for having me. Looking forward to talking.
Yep. I think we probably should mention straight away that is a bird on his shoulder.
Yeah.
We should get that out of the way.
Don't be alarmed.
He doesn't know what it is. He didn't know where it came from. It's just there now.
It's just I've just accepted whatever's going on.
New gimmick.
Yeah, I'll go with it. If it gets me over, it gets me over. You know what I mean?
But yeah, so what we're going to be discussing today, as I said, we're going to go to a bit of a preview of the next Kamikaze show. So this is, well, it'll be out today, this video, which is Tuesday, but the show is out on Friday. I say out on Friday. It's going out live on Friday, October 17th. Tickets are still available because they haven't announced it's sold out, so I'm assuming tickets are still available. I'm not lying. And all the information is actually on the screen right now, so go check it out. But without further ado, Sam, let's start kicking into this. So we'll discuss firstly one match that hasn't been announced yet. I'm not sure who's fighting and stuff, but he's on the poster. The Kamikaze Pro the Kamikaze Tag Team Champion, one half the bled, Luke Douglas, is going to be fighting. So there's not much I can really discuss about this. He had an interview with us recently, so you can that will be in the description. Go check that out. But Luke's been having bangers recently, matches. I don't know what your opinion on him is.
Luke, I mean, yeah, like you said, he's putting on bangers. You know, he's a great wrestler, great performer. He knows what he's doing. You know, he's worked hard to get to where he's getting. You know, every bit of success he's earned. So, you know, I can't help but respect that. Whether you agree with, you know, how he does it, doesn't matter. You know, at the end of the day, I have a lot of respect for Luke. He's a great guy to talk to. You can approach him anytime, anywhere. He'll gladly talk to you. For advice, even just as a mate, just whatever. He's a great guy. I'm happy to see Luke, you know, and seeing how successful he's been, and I have nothing but, you know, respect for him.
Yeah, definitely, and peeling back the curtain slightly there, but he's not a dick in real life.
He has his moments. Well, I'll give him that.
But yeah, so he's coming off a loss to George Lydon recently at the Stetchford show, and hopefully he picks up the win. I'm being biased because I love a bit of Luke, so hopefully he does pick up the win whoever he's fighting. But yeah, so we'll move on to actually some matches that have been announced. So we're going to start off with these, and in no particular order, because this is how I downloaded them. So we're going to start off with, I think this is the most recent to be announced, which is Alec Connors versus Fergus Adderley.
Yes.
So Fergus, this is the second time I'm seeing him. He fought in a tag team match with Influence partner Hassan Ali versus Alex Connors, and I'm going to butcher this. Ephemus. Anademus.
Yeah, that sounds about right to me. Yeah,
especially because I stuttered for the first 7 seconds of his name, but yeah, I do apologise, Ephemus. But yeah, so I think this is going to be a actually decent match. I think Fergus is going to be up against it because I don't know how many singles matches he's had.
This will be his second, I believe. He had one against Will Stevens.
Okay.
I believe that was his first thing. Yeah, that was his first match for Kamikaze Pro Life. I think it was against Will Stevens.
Yeah, and he's picking up. He's fighting too, but like Will Stevens is a big guy. Alex
Yeah,
Connors is a decent sized guy as
yeah,
well, so he's picking up. And to be fair, this is the second time I've seen Alex from that match as well, and I did like what Alex brought to it, like the whole like shush, like
yeah.
it was good. I really enjoyed that matchup.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see like these two fight because, like you said, like Alex is quite a big guy, but Fergus is quite energetic. He can bring it, and they're both like it's a bit of a contrast here because, like you said, Alex with the whole shush thing, whereas Fergus he's the opposite to shush. You know what I mean? He's in your face. He's gonna get the crowd going. It's going to be fun to see the crowd, get behind Fergus while Alex is trying to like shut them up. I think it's definitely going to be like one the crowd's going to be behind. So I think it'll be an entertaining match.
No, definitely, and like you said, like it's pretty much that's the way they've put it. Is the guy that wants everyone to shut up, and Fergus, who's never going to shut up. He's the
Yeah.
hype man of Hassan. Who do you think's going to pick up the win in this?
I think purely by the experience, I've got to give it to Alex. I think Alex Connors is, like I said, he's got more experience in the ring in singles competition. I think, I mean, I've been in the ring with him. Like, I know what it's like. He's a dangerous individual. So Fergus will give him a good fight, run for his money. But I think Alex is just going to use his experience to good use.
Yeah, I'd agree. To be fair, like Alex is pretty much the veteran in this, and
Yeah.
especially if a second singles match, it's kind of a
Mhm.
dangerous guy to fight. And after the annoyance of his loss, technically where his tag team partner turned on him to help the team win,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
he's going to take the anger out. So just to throw back to that, yeah, it was Alex Connors. Well, it was the influence firstly to Ferguson Hassan, and then it was Alex Connors came down and announced that he wanted a tag team partner that could fit in with him. And then here comes Epimus, when Alex wasn't
Yeah.
having it. And then Epimus got quite annoyed through the whole match and eventually just turned on Alex, and they all three of them pinned him. So it's still a loss for Epimus. I'm going to be honest. I can't claim he won that match. But
All
yeah,
right.
Alex is pretty much going to. I feel like he's going to take it out on Fergus.
Yeah.
Yeah. As I said, we was discussing with yourself as well. So first time I've seen both guys, and the match when they had it, I rated 2.75. It was a very good tag team match. So both guys starting off quite well on my scale of wrestling.
Yeah. Good
Um,
start, yeah.
but yeah, so moving on to that. So we got second. This is clearly not going to be the second. Well, it might be the second card. I can't decide who's going to pick this. So we got George Lydon, the Kamikaze Pro Live champion,
No.
versus the Kamikaze Kid. So this is. I couldn't call it a sleeper match because it's just going to be a good match. I was trying to think of a word that it's going to
Yeah.
be a good match. Like George is insane for his age, and then the Kamikaze Kid, we don't know how old he is. he might be a 40-year-old man.
We don't know
Uh,
anything about him.
yeah, he
He just popped up.
he's insane as well. They had a
Mm.
match. I'm sure I didn't get to see it. They had a dark match on the previous Kamikaze show. Don't know who picked up the win.
Mm.
If you know who that was.
It was George.
Yeah,
George Lydon
so
won that one.
Kamikaze Kid's got something to prove here. Obviously, that wasn't really like out live, so people don't know much about it. But he did lose against George recently, so
Mm.
but either way, like it's going to be a banger of a match.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like they're both speedy, they're hard hitting as well. Trust me, I've been in the ring with both of
Yeah,
them. They can hit hard. Like they don't like because they're quite agile. You'd assume they're fairly weaker in comparison. They are not. Trust me, they are not. They can hit hard when they want to, and they both got something to prove. George is gonna want to you know keep his reign strong as the champion. Kamikaze
yeah.
Kid is gonna want to prove that he deserves an opportunity for the championship. So I think we're in for one hell of a match because at the end of the day, both of them are capable of putting on bangers. So you put one on one together. The last match they had was a banger. This time they got even more to prove. I think this time, it could potentially be fireworks.
Yeah, 100%. Like, especially because George has just come off a big win against Luke Douglas, so he's pretty much on the up. And the Kamikaze Kid faced yourself, which
Yeah. We won't
which
talk about the outcome.
yeah, that was quite interesting. Obviously, I'm sadly to say that she did pick up the loss against the Kamikaze Kid, and then for some reason, a very angry. Well, we wouldn't say he was angry. He just Marshall X appeared. he hasn't been around recently. It must have been a good year, 2 years that I've seen Marshall X actually appear on an actual show, and he absolutely wiped you both out.
Yeah, I'm glad you acknowledged that I got wiped out as well, because
You were there,
like,
yeah.
yeah, I was there. Believe it or not, like in all the posts after, it was like, oh, Marshall X returned. He takes out the Kamikaze Kid. You can just see me in the background, like lying in a heap. Like I'm lying. Yeah, I'm just. I'm not just like ignoring it. I'm out for a reason.
Yeah, so you got laid out, then he laid out the
Mhm.
Kamikaze Kid, and then, the first thing Marshall X does when he comes back, he demasks the Kamikaze Kid.
Yeah, sounds about right.
What a nice guy the Wasteman is.
Yeah, absolutely lovely fella.
But yeah, so who you think is going to pick up the win?
This is a tough one. I think Marshall X is going to be playing on the Kamikaze Kid's mind, and I think with the momentum that George has got right now, I think I've got to give it to George.
Yeah, we're probably going to agree on a lot of these. George,
Yeah.
he's very much he's in the ascendancy, and then you've got Kamikaze Kid,
Yeah.
who he's also like he's on the hype, but he's also got like to watch his back, and Marshall X might
Yeah, of
absolutely
course. Like,
obliterate him again. Which I'm as a wrestling fan, I'm not against it.
no, I mean, at the end of the day, more to look out for when you actually sat there watching.
Yeah, or we might be assuming that he's going to attack the Kamikaze Kid. He might just come down and attack someone else.
Buy a ticket and find out.
Yeah, definitely. You might have to watch your back. You might just.
Yeah, mate. I might just be chilling backstage. I might just like keep an eye out just in case. I've no idea what's going on. Keep an eye out during my match as well.
But yeah, so this, as I say, it's got the potential to be the match of the night, definitely.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And as I said with my rating and stuff, like Kamikaze Kid, this is the fourth time. Well, this will be the fifth time I've seen him, but he's had 4 matches, and I've rated him at, if I've got him on screen, so 2.56 on average his matches, so pretty decent.
That's good, yeah.
And he's just going to be in the ascendancy. And George is just a freak when it comes to wrestling. Like he's like a 3.25 on my thing. Like every match, he's like obviously he's been fighting people like Ridgeway, which is probably gonna
He held his own.
Yeah, he held his own, but he also got kicked the crap out of.
It's gonna happen. It's Ridgeway, isn't it? At the end of the day, I don't think you go into a Chris Ridgeway match not expecting to like come out a different person.
Yeah, but that was properly the making of George for myself. Like that's why we got him onto the ascendancy. But yeah, we'll move on to the next show on the card. Next match on the card. We've got Hassan Ali versus some guy called Samuel Hughes. That guy that may have got beat up by Marshall X. I don't know.
Allegedly.
So we probably should kick off with. Next up is Hassan versus Samuel Hughes, yourself, as we've just discussed. So this, I'm going to ask you straight away, who do you think's going to win?
Oh, it's going to be me, obviously. I don't know why you're asking me that. When you face Samuel Hughes, you lose, isn't it? Nah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. I mean, Hassan, similar to Fergus, he's going to get the crowd behind him at the end of the day. But at the same time, I'm capable of doing that as well. The crowd are often behind me. I think it'll be interesting. 100%. We're both hard-hitting guys. We're both big guys. Similar styles of wrestling, I'll just have to get in his head. I'll get in his head, and I think I can pull one off on him easy.
Yeah, because you're both fun-loving guys, so it's kind of like one of you has to kind of change that trend to beat the other. Because unless you just try and out-wrestle each other like a nice people you are.
Well, we'll see what happens. If we feel like being nice on the day, we'll be nice. But at the end of the day, I might get jealous if like he drinks some Prime and I don't have any or something. I'll just like take out the anger on him or something.
Yeah, I need to know where he's getting this Prime. Like the man.
I have no idea. Like I can't find it anywhere.
Yeah, he's got a hotline to KSI somehow.
I wouldn't blame him. I wouldn't be surprised. He's constantly promoting it, and KSI probably gives him it for free.
Yeah, the influence. That's what it is.
Honestly, yeah.
But yeah, single-wise, like Hassan actually has been on a bit of a tear himself. Like he beat Gunnarsson, he's beat MJ Grayson recently. He beat Kamikaze Pro manager Colin Russell Ames last year as well.
Anger match.
So he's been picking up the wins. The only time he's really lost was a fatal 4-way, which obviously it is what it is when it's a fatal 4-way.
Yeah.
So that's with that, and then obviously. it's hard to pick in this match because you're here.
No pressure, but there is a right and wrong answer to this one.
Yeah, because you're here, I'm going to go with Hassan. No, no. Honestly, I think this is going to be your moment where you're going to stop the Hassan freight train. And if you don't, then you've just made me out to be a liar, which is not good.
Yeah. Either way, I respect you a lot more for saying it. So, it's a win-win either way.
Yeah, and so obviously you're something to prove at the moment. Because obviously you did come out on a loss where you with the Kamikaze Kid, which we discussed previously, and you're also probably a bit bitter from a man randomly attacking you.
Yeah, as you should be, to be fair.
Yeah, I feel like you were just there. He was just like, yeah.
I didn't get much sympathy for that.
No.
I got choked out.
Yeah.
And then it was brutal. I was tapping. He didn't let go. I was like struggling to breathe, and it was like, all right, cool. Like, yeah, don't worry about me. I'm fine.
Yeah, but we also discussed you didn't get much sympathy. People don't even realise it happened.
Literally, like, I don't get sympathy because people forget I existed in that situation. I could have gone backstage for all they know.
But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I think it's going to be a good matchup. Obviously, you're looking forward to it because you're in the matchup, so you can't really.
I'm looking forward to this.
So this is the moment I said I'd keep this secret to you what your ratings are in my system. So we're going to go with good old Hassan first, though, to build it up. So he's had 5 matches, and I've rated him a 2.15. His rating scale. So I've not seen more of his recent matches though, because this was when he was originally starting out. But obviously his most recent matches put up that scale quite a lot. And then we're picking on yourself. So good old Samuel Hughes. So you've had 4 matches that I've seen, and you're a 2.18. So you've got a higher rating than Hassan on my listing. So he can't beat you on this rating this time because you're in the match as well. So
yeah, no. It only goes up from here.
Yeah.
I'm 1-0 up already.
Yeah. Get him in his head. Mention that in the ring.
In his head. I am. I'm gonna cut a promo. Like, mate, watch this episode. Look at the ratings.
Yeah.
And he's gonna submit right there and then.
Yeah, and then he'll probably slate this channel on his YouTube channel. I don't want that, so please don't.
Probably. Diss track or something.
Actually, diss tracks work. Then all you can do addition. No, let's not get down there.
No, I want to see that.
But we'll get away from this quickly. So we got another matchup next, which is Kieran McQueen versus the one and only Chantel Jordan. I'm going to be honest in this straight away. I'm worried for Kieran. I predict death.
I think, yeah. I think I've heard a few people say that this is gonna be the end of Kieran McQueen. You'd be surprised.
He can take it.
Yeah, 100%. Kieran's got a lot of fun. I mean, I was his tag partner. I've seen the beatings he can take. You can take him.
You're a good tag team partner. I can see he was getting beaten up.
I mean, it hurt me. It hurt me to watch it. I'm glad it wasn't me, but it hurt me to watch him getting hurt.
Yeah.
I'm an empathetic guy. I'm an empath. No, I'm not that kind of guy. It's going to be tough for Kieran. I'm not denying that. But at the same time, when Kieran's got something to prove, when he's hungry to prove something, he can pull up a fight. Like, he might have the slight speed advantage as well. So I reckon he can put that to good use. He's going to give Chantel a good fight. I think he might be like the dark horse in this match.
Yeah, he's definitely got to keep up the speed, though, because as soon as he gets hit, he'll know. Like, I've refereed some of Chantel's matches, and I've seen her keep...
Yeah.
Fortunately, it was against DSP at the time, but she kicked the living hell out of him. So seeing it there, and I've taken them. I'm going to be honest, I was in training, so it's not fun. No. So I'm going to go out straight away, judging by what I've already spoke. Chantel, I feel like is going to win this match. I can see Kieran picking up the running up for him for the money, as you said, but Chantel's a bit too much.
Yeah, it kills me to say it because Kieran, I love Kieran to bits. He's my boy, but I think Chantel's got this one.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a close one. I think Kieran's going to come close. I think, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Kieran gets it. I think he's perfectly capable, but I think my heart is telling me Chantel is going to.
Yeah,
here.
I feel like your heart went from like I'm saying Kieran's going to loot. No, actually, I need to say something.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like I want to please Kieran, but at the same time, I want to look right. It's like,
And obviously Chantel's just come out of a win against, on Kamikaze scale against Kate Jutler.
yeah,
He's a man mount of a man, and she picked up the win. She just won the something in Italy that you discussed with me prior to this. She's just won a trophy from there. She's everywhere, and I'm worried for Kieran.
yeah. Chantel is like in potentially the form of her life at the moment,
And she's
and
stupidly young to have the form of a life, you know?
it makes me sad. It makes me sad. Like I'm only like 21, but like I feel ancient in comparison to like Chantel. And like people like it makes me angry. People like George, people like the Kamikaze Kid, people like Chantel Jordan. It's like, bruh, you're so good. You're so good. Like I'm 21. I feel like my body feels like it's in its 50s. Like, I don't know. It makes me jealous. I envy them, but you know, the fair play. I'm happy for them. Absolutely. No, I think at the end of the day, though, in terms of Kieran and Chantel, I think Chantel's just gonna claim another victory here. Sadly.
Yeah, to be fair, at least Kieran could say he picked up a win in his last match as well, so he's on a bit of a roll at the moment as well. He picked
Yeah,
up against
definitely.
the unkillable Ryan Parrott.
Hmm.
So he's on form, so there is a chance. Oh, I'm saying I'm going to give it him. There is a chance. I feel bad at it.
Yeah, it's one of them. It's like it's to be fair, I'd be saying it if it was anybody against Chantel.
Yeah,
Like it's not personal at all. It's like any like Chantel, you've taken her kicks, I've taken her kicks.
yeah.
If you've taken her kicks, you sympathise with the person she's up against. So that's why we're doing this.
Yeah, and it's kind of like if Kieran picks up the win, Chantel's got more to lose. I would be
Yeah.
honest. Like even though Kieran picked up his last win, he's definitely the underdog in this match as we've just discussed. So Chantel's got more to lose. So if Kieran, this will push him to the moon. He'll probably, I would say, if he won this, he would face George next. That's what I would go with.
Yeah, definitely. Even if it didn't, it would give him like such a confidence boost, such like a run, like a platform to kind of elevate himself from here. So
Yeah,
like I think anybody would be happy with a win over Chantel Jordan, especially on Kamikaze Pro Live.
no,
I think
definitely. Yeah,
that win could do wonders for anyone. So I think it'd be great. I'd love to see Kieran do it. I'd
yeah,
love to see him do it. But I just think Chantal was like like I said, in the form of her life, and I think she's going to continue that for a long time.
yeah. Like the only thing you need to say about it is she's Chantel. That's pretty much
Yeah,
it.
pretty much. Yeah, you'll understand.
Yeah, so like rating wise, Kieran McQueen saw 5 matches with, and the most recent one being Kamikaze versus the Parrot, and
Mm.
he's a 2.05 at the rating scale at the moment. But
Hmm.
he's one of these ones as the same with Hassan. I originally saw his original run when you're starting off, like they're not all going to be bangers, whereas now he's picking up the ascent as well. So I expect him
Yeah,
to. Everyone's getting it's like the training, so you're all getting better and better, and like the matches. Like last show was incredible, I'll be honest. Like
yeah. No, I really enjoyed that.
match wise, it was a very good show. And then obviously Chantal herself. I've seen a lot of my Chantal matches. I've refereed some of them,
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
didn't rate the ones I was refereeing. So yeah, like, I've seen 17 matches of her, and she's 2.83, so she's very high on the scale from it.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely this is what I would call the sleeper match, as in like I'd expect this to be like you're expecting like Chantal to run through, but I think it's going to be a banger of a match.
Hmm.
Kieran's going to he's going to prove himself. I can see it. We'll go on next. I don't know if this is the final match that I've got here, but it's this is. I'm saying banger at everything, but this is going to be a decent match as well. You've got MJ Grayson versus some guy called Man Like Darius.
Yeah.
This is going to be a good match. Like you've got MJ Grayson is like power and like mind games, and he's a bit of a
Hmm.
dick. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
And then Mandalt Larice is like your athleticism and the charisma, and it's going to be a tough matchup.
Yeah, I think you summed it up with that. To be fair, in terms of their styles, I think man like Darius he's so charismatic. Any crowd he can go in front of, he can get them behind him. 100%. He's an easy to love guy. Like it's so easy to like him. He's a likable fella, and like I think that's going to complement MJ Grayson perfectly because
Mm.
he's the opposite. He can get any crowd to hate him. Like, so
Yeah.
it's going to be a nice like little back and forth between someone you can boo easily, someone you can cheer easily, and I think their styles definitely complement each other as well because MJ can hit hard, Dries can take it, he can be agile against him. It's a chance for both of them to showcase their ability, and I think it's definitely going to be like a showcase match. a match for them both to kind of really highlight what they're capable of and something that can elevate both of them, especially MJ.
Yeah, definitely. Like, my prediction. I think MJ might pick up the win here. Like,
Yeah.
I think this is going to be the match where he's going to be, because I feel like everyone's thinking Darius will win this matchup because he's just the name, whereas MJ in ring is great. Like, I can see him like not picking up, like, I was trying to think of the exact word, not the shock win, but I can see him making a statement.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it, but at the same, see, I've said that a few times with two other people, so it's like, so I want to play it safe. I don't know. I think with this being Darius's almost home return, almost coming out to Kamikaze Pro Live, our first time in a long time, I think he's gonna want to make a statement back as well. To be fair, he's gonna enjoy the occasion. The crowd are gonna welcome him back with open arms, and again, Darius, you talk about fun-loving people. Darius is like the ultimate fun-loving guy. He's just out there to have a good time, and I think he's going to have one of the best times at Kamikaze Pro Live. And he's a great guy. He's an absolute great guy to be around. Makes the backstage atmosphere so much better. You can learn a lot from him just by watching him. You can learn so much just by how he moves, how he interacts with the crowd, with his opponent. It's just one of them. I think it's going to be a great, not even, especially for MJ, who's in the ring with him, but for us to like observe how they bounce back and forth from each other.
Yeah, definitely. Like, Darius is one of these guys that he's had opportunities and he's took them, and now he's everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, the man's been on Progress, he's been on Rev for the big UK companies, but he started at Kamikaze, and it proves, doesn't matter where you come from. Like, they're all becoming big, like Kamikaze, like Darius, Chantel, like every George is getting out there now. So I can imagine, like, everyone on this roster, I can see big things, especially you, Sam. That's what you're waiting for, weren't you? Especially you. And also, I probably should change.
You better say it.
I probably should change my opinion and go with Man Not Darius, because I might need him for the rap battle I'm going to have against Hassan if he distracts this channel.
Yeah. He's got your back. He's got your back. He'd be more likely to have your back if you back him up here now.
Yep. So Man Like Darius is going to steamroll MJ Grayson.
Complete squash.
Yep, and then MJ Grayson's probably going to beat me up in real life. So I don't know what's worse now.
It's a sacrifice you need to make for this.
Yeah. So I've previously MJ Grayson fought Bruno Galani. I can't remember. I'm not how he pronounced his surname. I know he's known as just Bruno.
Yeah. I don't want to like.
Yeah, like I felt bad for Bruno, because MJ Grayson's not supposed to be the nice guy, but he was getting the cheers. They just wanted to Bruno to get for some reason to get battered. I don't know why that was happening. But MJ picked up the win. He was quite decisive. Bruno got a bit of offense, but MJ was the more decisive. Darius wasn't on the previous show, so we'll have to go back to, well, he's on the main shows as well. So his last matchup on Kamikaze was him and Dan Maloney versus Experiment in Terror.
Yes.
Elijah and LK Messinger. That was a very good match, I'm going to be honest. Like, 0-2-1 are just a great team. And it makes no sense to me how they get people in like London to shout 0-1-2-1. I don't think people know that it's an area code. I don't think
that's just how good Darius is. It's just like he's so likable. He can get you to say anything.
Yeah, it's like I don't think anyone realises that it's an area code though. So they're just cheering Birmingham basically without realising.
They just think it's like a part of a rap song or something. I don't know. Like.
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll go to the rating. So you're going for Man Like Darius. I'm going to stick with MJ Grayson. I think this is going to be the not the making of him, but this is going to be like the highlight. And also, I said if Kieran beats Chantel, I would say that's a title opportunity up next. If MJ beats Man Like Darius, that's also where I'd go with it. Like they're big wins if either one picks up the win. So Man Like Darius, I can't find him on my listing right now, so I'm going to segue. Oh, no, here he is. So I've seen 17 matches, exactly the same as Chantel, and 2.89. So he's just slightly beaten Chantel on the rank scale by 0.4. And then MJ, I only saw him recent, like 6 or so matches, but he's got like a 2.25, so he's doing very well for himself.
Yeah,
and he's also like previous, I was seeing him when he was in. Was it Second to None? That was where he was in, wasn't it? Yeah. With the good old Hammer Healy, which I miss seeing. I'm going to be honest, Hammer Healy. If anyone knows where he is, tell me.
So no like missing posters up soon.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good group, that was. It was him, Lucia Lee, MJ, and who was the other guy? Luke,
Uh,
was his name Luke?
yes, yeah,
Yeah, we'll just go with that, Luke Douglas, but his name was Luke.
yeah.
And then that's pretty much it that's been announced. We're expecting Luke's match to obviously be announced in advance, but we're not sure when it's going to be. And then I'm hoping, which we discussed before, there's going to be a roulette rumble.
I really
Um,
hope so.
they're brilliant. Like for anyone, we discussed it on the Luke Douglas interview, but for anyone that's not been involved or knows what the roulette rumble. So it's a rumble, obviously a Royal Rumble kind of asset, but the fans pick the wrestlers out of a hat. So it's very much that the wrestlers don't know when they're going in, and it's just an absolute like I can't cluster, but it's a good cluster because you don't know when you're going to be in.
It's a beautiful disaster. I think that's the best way to describe it. It's just you have no time to organize anything. You have no time to like think to yourself. Like there's been plenty of times. I think one of the hunters he got called out while he was on the toilet, and you just see him running like 30 seconds later, like legging it.
Oh.
It's just so much can happen in that rumble. It's so unpredictable, and I think it's just one of them. Because it can be glorious. It can be like a train wreck at times because again, no one really knows what's going on. But it's like one of them train wrecks you can't help but like watch. It's beautiful, and I wouldn't change it. It's probably my favorite part about Kamikaze Pro live shows. I wouldn't change it for the world. It's like the most fun I have as a wrestler, I'd say.
Yeah, and it's also like they give people opportunities in that match, so it's people you're not seeing on the card, but it's people that are like the trainees and stuff. Like my first ever match with Kamikaze out of two was a roulette rumble,
Yeah.
and I was out number one.
Oh,
It was grim. Like I've discussed it on Luke's interview because it's funny
yeah.
because it's mainly about Luke. So I'll quickly summarise it. Me and Luke were supposed to be a tag team eventually, and this was one of our first matches like in together in the ring. I come out number one, so obviously Luke comes out number two. So we're trying to get ourselves over a tag team, and we just have to absolutely obliterate each other. And then out comes number three, the one and only DSP. So we stop and we hear his music. Let's go! And it's just like, and we stop because we were thinking, you know what, we could batter him now. We stop, and he took so long to get out of the ring. Me and Luke were just standing there, and Luke just absolutely clocked me in the ear. It's the most painful thing I've ever felt. I went down like, did you Clash of the Castle? When Theory went down to Fury, I went down on that. And then DSP eliminated me. We'll forget that part. But yeah, so I'm hoping there's a roulette rumble. There might not be, who knows? But it's a big part of the event.
I remember my first roulette rumble. It was my first it was like my wrestling debut, my first ever match or anything in wrestling. Oh man, it was horrible because it was I forgot which I think it might have been Pro Live. Oh, maybe 18, 17 or 18. I'm not sure. It was at the Cadbury Club.
Yeah.
I'm at the Cadbury Club.
Oh yeah, good grief, yeah.
It's like we've got such good crowds there, such a good venue. But the show was like quite a long show. I think there was like 8 matches plus the Rumble. But because there were 8 matches, it was like about 30 odd people backstage, maybe just over 20.
Yeah, it was 18. Yeah, 18 Kamikaze Pro 18. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was last. Like I was the dead last person to like come out, and like for your first ever appearance, like every time they count down, like you're just panicking. It's like, oh, be me, please, or don't be me, or whatever you're feeling at the time. And then to be the last person, like half the crowd got home, they were knackered, like they were tired. I went out, and I can't believe it feels weird saying this now because like back then I was a lot chubbier. I was beardless. I don't. To me, he didn't exist. Like that doesn't count.
What you all need in wrestler, chubbiness, beardless, the opposite to a wrestler.
Yeah, that was like different universe or whatever that was. That wasn't Samuel Hughes. That was just some ginger kid. Yeah, but like I said, it feels weird saying it now. But I think I eliminated Endakara and Niwa.
I should have had to mention Niwa is in it, so you did it right, didn't you?
For my first Rumble and my first like anything in wrestling, to eliminate 2 people who were going around the country, like other countries, well, it's like I'll take that. I was just told go out, get people out. So I just went up to Niwa. I was like, yeah, you need to go. He was like, all right. I threw him out. I was like, hell yeah.
The veteran Samuel Hughes, get out.
Well, I was well chuffed.
I'm glad he actually went, yeah, that's fine.
Well, he didn't say no, at least. No, he could have easily said no, and everything like that. So,
to be fair, that was a good rumble as well. Looking at it, like you had like obviously the trainees like your Harley Face and your Dino Babbage, and then you got people like Cat Von Cages in there as well.
Yes, yeah.
You know, Steve the Ref, Jim Hunter.
Yeah.
I don't know why I mentioned Steve the Ref in the same vein as the Hunter brothers, but that's right.
No,
He'll love it. Yeah. But if there is a roulette rumble, if you can't pick yourself, who would you say would win it? I'm not having you winning it.
I don't know. I came second last time. I was close. Luke Douglas wins a lot of them. Luke, he's quite good in these rumbles.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think now. You put me on the spot. I would say Kamikaze Kid, but I think he's got an unfinished business with Marshall, so
you might not make it to it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He could be like crippled by then. We have no idea. Tough. Maybe Lucille Lee.
So yeah, look, so yeah, that would be a good pick. Like I would go with, if I had to go, I'm gonna MJ Grayson. I feel like it's his time. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say if not Lucy, I think MJ. I think MJ. He's come close a few times. You know, he's kind of come very close, and I think you can only come so close so often before it pays off for you.
Yeah, and like to be fair, my obvious pick would be Luke because he's like the Iron Man of over the top rumbles. You know, he was in it with me. Like the last over the top, the actual Kamikaze show, he basically won it and then lost at the last second. So he's got something to prove. So yeah, I would probably go with that. And then that's going to be the whole of the Kamikaze show. So once again, just to confirm, that's going to be Friday, October 7th. Doors are at 6:15, but the show starts at 7. I'm reading this off the poster. I don't remember this memorised, don't worry. And it's at the Collingwood Centre in Great Bar, which you haven't been to in a while, have you? No, of. Is this first time back in a while?
I think not the show before the last one, I think.
Okay. It hadn't been to recently, so that might have been it.
It feels like, I think it feels like it's probably a good few months, like 3 months, I reckon.
Excellent. Yeah, and obviously tickets are still on sale. It's going to be a great event. Samuel Hughes is going to win everything, and it's going to be a great time.
Come watch me win custody of Kamikaze Pro Live.
He's also going to beat up Marshall X. That's what I've heard.
I'll bring the bird.
Yeah. I'm going to tweet Marshall X at the end of this video and say Sam said he's going to beat you up. I'm going to start rivalries myself.
Yeah, he'll find me in the street. Don't do it.
Oh no!
I'll just be on my way to college and I get like mugged in a bus.
Yeah, if you hear the theme to his song, you've got time. Like if you start hearing dun dun dun, then run.
Yeah. That's like his warning. It's like when Michael Myers with the Halloween theme song.
It's similar, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Oh, he's going to come for you. Anyway, so yeah, that's the end of the video, Sam. So I am going to kibosh you with this because we did discuss it before the video, but we're going to try and get you on for an actual full-length interview, just talking about you. It's
great.
Pretty much this is your life of your wrestling career. So we're going to have a look into that. It's going to be more talking about you because it's going to be harder to research yourself because you're not on Cage Match yet. Get that sorted.
Yeah, yet. I'm working on it.
Yeah, because, that's how I research things. Otherwise, I'm going to have to manually troll for every page of wrestling.
Yeah, I don't blame you for not wanting to do that, to be fair. You've got to be social and talk to me.
Definitely. So it'll be more you talking, which is probably good for the fans. So your Twitter handle's been on the screen for the whole of the show, but what other social medias you got?
Twitter handle is the same as my Instagram, LHP Samuel.
There you go.
Yep, so nice and easy to remember.
Yeah.
If you want to find me on Facebook, I believe it's Samuel Hughes, Professional Wrestler.
Yeah.
But whatever you can find me on, feel free to send me a message. I'll say hi. I'm not a mean guy. I'm chill.
Yeah.
I'm a nice ginger.
You're a nice ginger.
Yeah, I'm one of the nice ones.
Okay, so yeah, that's the end of the video, guys. So obviously, just like as usual, like, subscribe, check out Kamikaze's show. I'm shelling it like I've got a sponsorship. That's what it feels like.
You will.
But yeah, so and that's the end of the video. So from myself and Sam, goodbye, everyone.